Hey everyone, and welcome on back. So, last time we kind of talked a bit about what we want to do, and we brought up some things. I want to head to our goal board right now. I don't know why I didn't start in front of it, but it's too late now. So I just thought of something we could do for the next couple, for our next couple episodes. So I kind of put some more stuff up here. We have Cow Pig Auto Farm, raise the flagged buildings, and make pretty things. These are going to be our priorities for the next month or so. So number one, we're going to start with the raising the flagged buildings. So we got one, this one. This one's got a destruction notice. We've got this one with a destruction notice. And we've got this one with a destruction notice, I promise. Just there. Okay. So, I just want to get them condensed, broken down, and put away, and I will, honestly, I think I'm just going to MC edit restore the chunks. So like restore, 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 and forget about it. I mean, I could fill in the grass, but that would take me so long. And I mean, I'm far enough into this series that I could teleport 1,200 miles away and just take up all the stone and dirt I needed, but that would take me an unnecessary amount of time. I mean, I could do that, and I'm actually thinking of doing that, but I'm not really interested in doing that right now. So, what we're going to do is we're just going to start destroying. We're going to destroy and talk, because I've been meaning to do this for a while. Basically, we have, oopsies. That was the part that is why I'm gonna have so much storage space, is because in certain parts of these builds I have a lot of stuff. For instance, the melons. I'm pretty sure my melon and pumpkin storages are pretty full. Yes, this one is very full. I might leave that sitting there. Okay, so let's go over here. Let's see, the farm building. Let's just build this up real quick. Okay, so this is where all the junk for our farm building is gonna go. Let's put the chests in there. This is where all of our stuff that's been in here is going to reside from now on. The reason why I'm doing it this way is because I'm going to come back through and reorganize each of those chests once we have everything stripped down. Because it's much easier to just leave it. And I'm honestly thinking of creating a whole different building for cactuses, like makes it like a cactus silo or something, and stick it in the mountains over there, and make it so I have to go over there, because just having this stuff in the spawn chunks wasn't the smartest of decisions that I could have made. It really wasn't. Oh god, I'm gonna have to go break all the what is it called? I'm gonna have to go break all the water, not break the water, but pick it up. Oh man, I'm gonna get a lot of stuff back from doing this. I basically just wanted to get rid of this stuff, and I mean, I'm probably gonna do, don't be surprised if there is one more episode of me destroying before I'm either going to put it into a time lapse, or I'm going to just talk and destroy, because destroying is much, much faster than the other side, and luckily you can get it done very fast. I got a lot of sugarcane. Wow. I'm not looking forward to getting rid of the melons, though. That is not going to be fun in any way, shape, or form. I'm gonna have to get more chests. This is not gonna be fun. I probably should have put them horizontally. You know what? I will do that off camera, or maybe I'll do that now. How can I make this? Give them each 3 Give them each 3 sets. That seems about right to me. Let's get trap chests, and this. Okay. So, trapped. Chest. Doop. Chest. And let's just go down the line. Trap. Chest. Doop. Okay. There. Honestly, doesn't really matter how this stuff goes in, just as long as it goes in and it doesn't despawn, because that would be very bad. That would be a lot of time and hard work wasted, which I don't want to do. Oh, okay. It really doesn't matter what this stuff goes in. Oopsies, I need that. And that one's still full. We got this. Ooh, some stuff over here. How did that get in there? Honestly. I guess exploding items really go far. Let's go sleep as well as go grab a bed, because that will help us in the long run, I promise. I'll probably move and have a different line of chests for each area that I clear, because we're just gonna need a lot of room to dump stuff and forget about it for a little while before it drives me crazy and I have to fix it again. So I'm gonna talk about why I want to get rid of that. You can actually check out my world in the description below, and you can run that farm. And when you run that farm, you will notice that there is a massive amount of overflow that gets deleted. When I set that up, for some reason, I knew that I was going to have about 7 stacks going through this system at once. But I didn't think about how exactly to handle those 7 stacks of stuff. Those 7 stacks of stuff absolutely rip into any sort of system, because there's just not... You're not fun. Those stacks just rip into whatever you have. I mean, honestly, whatever you have. What I do actually want to do, though, is I want to go down here and I want to stop the water. Because if I stop the water, then if I drop anything into this current up here, then I don't have to worry about it leaving for good. Plus side of destroying things is that you can be a little more, you know what? Just to show you guys what my issue was with it, let's run this once more. Okay, so down comes the water. And remember how this thing has things set up to auto-collect. Also, this thing is very inefficient because it has this issue where things get spilled all over the place, and it drives me insane. It's just so frustrating. And also lags everything, and I'd rather it not lag everything. I mean, it's also kind of an ugly room, which is one of the reasons I'm not very proud of it. Anyways, we're hearing things going around and changing directions, and let's go sit over here. Let's go see how much stuff gets dumped out the back, even though that these 3 chests should be able to handle it, and should. Actually, no, let's just dump stuff and then come back. Yeah, so the reason I want to get rid of it is because it is super inefficient, to a ridiculous point. I mean, it's not even feasible to have as a resource creator. Here we go. Look at all that. All of that would have been wasted and thrown away through this dispenser system. All of that. All of this stuff would be gone right now. And every single time I ran that, everything would leave. And it's so insanely frustrating because I put a ton of time into this, but when I created it, I didn't actually think it through. I just figured that it was going to work itself out and somehow that I could handle it. I didn't do any form of testing or thoughtfulness about it. I just kind of went along with it, which is completely my bad. I mean, I could have done so much more to fix it, but, you know, I didn't. So I have to pay for that now. Just honestly, a word of advice to anyone playing this game. Whenever you build anything big, or whenever you take the time to build something massive like this, go and just make sure everything works first. I mean, this room, I'm thinking of copying this room and putting it into a new place because all this stuff works incredibly well. I mean, even this, it all works perfectly. But the only issue is that the main part of it doesn't. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of actually just copying that basement and just moving it somewhere else. Because if I just move it somewhere else, then the problem's solved. I don't have to worry about not having it anymore. I mean, not that I'm not going to have it, I can just use it when I want to, and it's not wasting any space. Because that's my biggest concern, is because I don't have a whole ton of space here, and whenever I do a giant build like this, I really only have that valley, and the valley isn't massive, but it isn't small either. I just don't really have enough space to do what I want to do, which is, I guess, it's frustrating, to say the least. Let's just destroy this stuff. It's definitely frustrating, but I mean, I just didn't think about it right, and I should have spent more time and just made sure everything was perfect before I did anything. But I didn't. I just, like I said, I just kind of spaced out, didn't really pay attention to much, and well, I ended up with this result, which is not bad. It's not bad at all. It's actually pretty good. I mean, it isn't as pretty as I would have liked it, but it isn't necessarily ugly either. It's just not good. I mean, not bad, not good, just somewhere in between. And of course, the farms work excellently. It works exactly how I'd expect it to work, exactly how and when and why, and everything worked how I planned it, which made me very happy. But it's more of a initial test type of build, because I'm gonna have to cut through here. This was definitely more of an initial test because I needed to know whether something like this would work. I needed to know whether I could make a large-scale project, because this was, other than that Iron Titan, this was really my first large-scale project I'd ever undertaken, and I think it turned out pretty well. I mean, it did. The plan that I made translated into this world perfectly. No complaints there. The only issue is, well, my plan that I made wasn't exactly foolproof. It had many flaws, and many of which I found out. Okay, forgot about that. Many of which I found out very late. I mean, I didn't even realize I was doing a lot of oopsies. But I was doing a lot of the stuff wrong until, I don't know, pretty recently. When I was just kind of sitting, and I was sitting and wondering, why on earth do I have, why on earth am I getting so little, what is it called? Why on earth am I getting so, I mean, I know how much it's supposed to create. It's supposed to create about 6 stacks of each, or 3 stacks of each. I was wondering, why does it not? Like, what's the factor that causes this to not produce the output that I would expect? What is it? And, well, that, obviously, like I was saying, that is my planning, and the way that I set everything up is just, it's not possible, to use the right word, to set up the build that I wanted in the style that I just did. I would have to do multiple, okay, so, for instance, if I were to do the same sort of sorting mechanism I did here, oopsies, nope, I still have it. If I were to do the same sorting mechanism I had here, I'd have to use multiple layers of sorters, so maybe do 6 or 7 sorters all together. And that's a possibility. That might not even be enough either. That's also the other issue that ooh, we're getting some more banana back. If you're new to my channel and you don't understand what banana is, whenever I do a sorting system, you have to have separate blocks that you know are not going to be anything else. So if your sorter runs in anything else, it won't mess it up. So I take cobblestone, and for a level, you can name 64 blocks of cobblestone, and I just named it banana because banana was the first thing that I thought of, and I find it kind of weird and kind of funky, and it works. So if you're wondering about that, that's why. Ooh, iron. I really don't need iron. Which is kind of funny because, I mean, I really don't need iron from the amount of iron that I get from the Iron Titan. Okay, so if you load up, oh god, how long have I been spending just talking? Oopsies. You know what? 20-minute episode. I'll give you guys a treat. That, I mean, I guess that's the only way to make up for, I mean, not the only way, it's a way to make up for skipping so much of this, which I am deeply sorry for. You know what would be a faster way to do this? Just break all of this and just dump some water down here. We're doing that. I don't have any water on me, I just have lava. Great. Or I can just do this. I'm very sorry that this project ended up how it did. It was supposed to be much better. It was supposed to last, but it wasn't pretty enough for me, and that was an issue I had in the beginning, and I should have just realized that and stopped. But I didn't. I kept going and tried to salvage. I didn't try to salvage. I just went forward with it and said, whatever, it'll be fine. And I have this issue where if I don't like something, it will bug me to no end. And well, I've just finally had enough. I was sitting actually in the world because, like I mentioned the last episode, I lost a lot of inspiration for this world. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do next, and well, I'm not done with it. I'm not done with it, but I didn't know what to do next. And I just kind of thought, and I was thinking, what do I regret doing? And I regret not making the sorting system look prettier, the storage system look prettier. I regret not making it work better. I regret not taking the correct time to do stuff. And I mean, this stuff I'll take out later. But I regret not taking the time to make sure everything was sorted out and make sure that this was going to be perfect, because that's a step that I definitely kind of glazed over, because like I mentioned before, there's a lot of stuff I could have done to make this infinitely better. I mean, I could have tested it, I could have made it look pretty, I could have, I don't know, a lot of stuff. And it's just kind of, it's hard looking at that stuff and just seeing, huh, I could have done better. So from now on, I'm just going to spend a little more time testing and making sure things are how I want them, because doing a forced deconstruction is difficult. It is actually very difficult because, I mean, I wouldn't say emotionally, but it's kind of frustrating because I know I messed up. I know I didn't I'll just put that in there. I know I didn't do a very good job with the whole, what would you call it? And then do a good job with the planning and the creation. But at the same time, I see where I went wrong. So if I were to do something in the future, it would be much better as well as much faster. Also, I'm getting a lot of materials back, so that's cool too. I think I'm gonna get a fair amount of lanterns back and sea lanterns, because I use those. If you haven't noticed, I use a lot of sea lanterns in everything I do. Okay, so I want to get up top. Do I still have them on here? Nope, I took them off. What I do when I'm creating something new, I put a ladder on the side of the build. Okay, there we go. Let's just go around and just break this stuff. I want to you. I think I accidentally just broke more than I wanted to. Because I mean, breaking, that's what I'm supposed to be doing right now, but you don't want to do it without a plan or sporadically, because you can end up losing materials, and the whole point of this deconstruction is in order to get more materials, so I don't want to waste anything. What's not going to be fun is taking apart the roof, because the roof is multi-layered. Also, like I mentioned, if you download my world and the iron farm doesn't work, in my world folder I have what's called, there's a villagers.info or something or other file in there. What you want to do is that you want to go into the Minecraft world that you downloaded and replace the villager file, because for some reason when you zip a Minecraft world, or when you transfer it to another computer or do anything of that sort, it completely it messes with the Iron Titan, and the Iron Titan will not function. It might be the most annoying thing on the planet, but it happens, and it drives me insane. But I found a fix around that, because I remade that Iron Titan upwards of 20 times in the beginning, and then I read something online about this villagers.info thing, and so I was intrigued, to say the least. So that, obviously, like I mentioned, that's what I do. So if it's not working for you, there's a very simple fix, and you can do it. It takes 5 seconds, maybe. And so I just wanted to put that out there. Let's just break all these. I want to make sure I get all the packed ice, because it's really not... It is kind of funny, because I am worried about losing material, but honestly I shouldn't be, because I have basically everything. I mean, I don't have any of the new blocks, like I think I mentioned last time, because I have to make a new end and stuff, but I mean, it's honestly for another time. Just go okay. That's 1 or 2 pumpkins. Hooray. Oopsies. Forgot about these. Let's go put the stuff away. Let's make sure we get all the ice and all of that stuff before we go and do other stuff. Okay. So, what's the timer at? I really should just get like a desk timer or something. Oopsies, I went over what I said I was gonna do. Okay, well, that was a nice and long, that was a nice and long, episode, and thank you guys for watching. I guess I'll do a little more destruction off camera and see where I can get, and next time, obviously, I'll check in. You guys can see what I've accomplished and gotten done, and yeah, okay. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time when we'll have a considerably larger amount of this torn down. See you guys then. Bye.